December 5th, 2006. I was sitting in my bedroom. I was bored, and yet still in shock after what happened a week ago with Edeled. I heard the doorbell ring. I ran to the window and saw my best friend Nathan waiting outside the door. I ran to the door and let him in. "Hey Kyle," he said happily. "Hey." We talked for a bit as we went upstairs, and just as I thought, he found the Wii. "Dude, you have a Wii? Why didn't you tell me?" Before I could explain, he grabbed a Wii remote and said, "Whatever, it's fine, dude. Let's play," as he gave me a Wii remote. I turned the Wii on. I took a glance at Nathan's face. He was excited. The Wii menu came on screen, and I became nervous when he pointed the Wii remote to the Me channel. I tried my best to think up an excuse for him to not go on the Me channel, but I couldn't come up with any. Nathan pressed start. When we got into the Me channel, my eyes widened. The Me channel was really glitchy. Textures were in the wrong places and the music was all distorted. I looked at Nathan, and needless to say, his excitement was replaced by confusion. He looked back at me. What's happening, man?" he asked. Before I could start explaining, I heard a grinding noise. I turned back to the TV to see Edeled standing there in the middle of the Me channel. Edeled just stood there for a while, just staring at us. Nathan looked at me. Kyle, what's going on here?" I pointed the Wii remote at the exit button on the top left of the screen, which its textures were all mixed up. Come on," I repeated to myself as I repeatedly clicked on the exit button. But the dialogue box to choose if you wanted to leave wasn't coming up. At this point, I was starting to panic. So did Nathan. While I was desperately trying to close the Me channel, a dialogue box appeared saying,
"Hello, Kyle."
"Kyle, what's going on?" Nathan asked me frightfully. "I'll explain later, just let me handle it," I replied. The text changed, saying,
That's weird. Your little me seems to be running late."
"What do you mean?" I stuttered. The text changed again, saying,
"Don't worry about it. He should be here in no time."
The dialogue box disappeared, and something happened that I never thought would happen. My Me came. He fell from the top of the screen and landed on the ground, and Edeled disappeared. I was happy to see my Me again, but when he got up, I was shocked. I saw my Me crying as he was struggling to stand. He was covered in blood and he was wobbling. But the most disturbing part was when I heard my Me whisper. After a couple seconds, Edeled walked on screen with an axe, and then a dialogue box appeared saying,
"There he is. Now, how about I give you a visual demonstration of what deletion feels like?"
He walked over to my Me and pushed him over. My Me fell onto the ground and cried even more. Edeled put his foot on my Me to restrain him. "You get away from him!" I yelled. My eyes widened as Edeled raised his axe and swung it at my Me's legs. I looked back at Nathan, and he was on the verge of crying. I told him to go in my room so he wouldn't have to see this. He nodded his head and ran to my bedroom and shut the door. I turned my head back to the TV, and Edeled swung the axe at my Me's neck, decapitating him, and I was done at this point. I ran to the Wii and repeatedly pressed the power button. It didn't work, so I yanked the power cord out of the Wii. The TV screen was static. I sighed in relief.